Hi, this is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we've got a possible trade setting up here. We'll see if we get a chance to. We're looking to take a possible long right here, and we'll see if it sets up. I'm going to let this bar complete right here. And we're looking basically at a second entry long here on a. When we're looking for a measured leg up of approximately that right there. You see, here's your first leg. Let me be ready for this trade. Here we go. I don't want to get too greedy, but I'm going to try to see if this will back up and take me into the trade. Sometimes if you're too greedy, you'll miss the trade. A lot of times I like to drop a limit order. You could have used a stop here, but the problem is you didn't have a whole lot of room before getting to that top, so it's risky going long right there. So what we try to do is we try to drop a limit order in a little further back and then see what happened. And we did get filled here, and now prices are moving back in our direction. Remember, we got this measured leg here, so I'm looking for this leg. That's my target. All right, we're already out. We're at we got our stop at break even plus one. We'll see if we can get, actually I wanted to get, where's our target here? Yeah, that should get us really close. Okay, we're almost about to fill our target here. Need a couple more ticks. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my stop to right here because we don't want to give all that back. Trying to sneak out one tick. And you could go ahead and close this since we're turning. We did have this break higher right here that's going to cause us to get a little stall right here. But I don't want to give all my money back. I want to make sure I at least get another 1.25 out of this runner here. Shoot, I would have liked to got about 3 points out of that. But we can always re-enter. We don't want to risk giving our profits back. We've already made $100, and now we've got a chance to make at least another point, a little over a point here, depending on if it takes our stop out or takes our target out first. And it really, and they got our stop. Now it'll probably shoot straight up, but that's the risk and the chance we have to take because we don't want to give all our profits back. But you see how quick that trade was. We basically made a little over $100 there in 30 seconds, and you didn't necessarily have to tighten your stop there. That's just the way I like to do it, and I'll look to re-enter. You could have left your stop down here, break even plus one, and then there was a good chance you could have got another tick or two. If I was going to give it that much more room, I probably would have moved my target a little higher, because why risk all your money back on that trade to get one more tick? So that was my thinking there. Remember, our exit order was like one tick below the measured move. And you see how close we were there to it. I think you got to put your order one tick under that to make sure you get filled. So we only needed one more tick there to reach our target. And I just don't see that it's worth risking giving all this money back to make one more tick. So the thing to do is either go ahead and just exit or tighten your stop. And what I did there was I just tightened my stop. And so we made a 1.25, a point and a tick on the runner. So we made $150 plus a tick right there, and that trade didn't last more than a minute at the top. So, and the reason we took that trade, I guess I should explain that, was we had a trend line coming down through here. We had the break. We had a big run down here. This has been a support area across here. You see my line. It's acted as resistance. It's acted as support, but it's mostly been support, especially this morning, and it turned right there again. We came out here, we pulled back twice, and we found support right here. And then this was a second entry long. You see, we had we're moving up. We pulled back. There's your first entry long, pulled back, and then there was your second entry. So that was a great second entry long off this new high right here. And that was why we liked that. Plus, we had a nice bullish inside bar reversal with a higher low, and it closed almost at the high, so a break above that was where we wanted to get in. And because we were close to the high, I used a limit order, and we got an extra tick. It wouldn't have mattered how you entered that trade. It worked all the same. But sometimes I'll do that, and you see, if I'd have tried to come back any further than where I did, we would have missed that trade. And that's what happens on the really good trades. So, but here we go. We're trying to go higher still yet, and now my guess is there's still a little time here. We'll probably reach this target before it's over. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted there. Let's wrap this trade up. You can see that our measured move, we got a couple of ticks past that, and then prices backed up, and I just keep getting these interruptions, and it's been crazy around here. But anyway, let me tell you what we made on that trade. We got I traded 10 contracts there, so on 9 contracts, I'm sorry, the phone keeps ringing like crazy around here. So we got $950 on the original trade, on the original. I'm sorry, $450 on the original 9 contracts, and then we made a point. So we made basically $500 in about 2 minutes there on that trade. And I apologize that it's drug out here, but the phone's ringing, people are coming in the office, and constant distractions this morning. Sometimes I just have to lock my door when I want to sit down and trade without any distractions. But you can see, again, we took a second entry long here with prices working higher. I was looking for a measured move, which we did end up making our target, but I showed you how I managed the trade, so I didn't give back a lot of my money. And if you'd have kept your stop at break even, you would have got your target plus some here. So there's different ways to manage it. You don't have to manage it the way I did. I just showed you one of the ways I managed my trade. But again, this was about a 1 minute trade, minute and a half at the most. It netted us a little over $500, and the risk was over in less than 30 seconds. And that's the part I like about it, and that's why I teach the scalp and run strategy. So hopefully you enjoyed this little trade example today. One of my trades. This was actually one of my trades that I like to take. And I normally don't record my live trades when I'm trading multiple contracts. I usually like to finish my trading and then come in and demonstrate a trade with 1 or 2 or 3 contracts, so that I'm not distracted with the recording and trying to take the trade at the same time. But the market was looking really strong right there, and so I felt pretty good about it being a quick trade, and it was. And so I was reading it correctly there, and when you're reading the price action correctly, that's the kind of opportunity you have. So if you're interested in learning price action trading, go check out our website. The link is down in the description of the trade here. And thanks for listening. This is Matt with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and I'll see you next time.